I'm giving away this DL24P electronic load capacity meter, energy meter. The link for the condition, term and condition, is below the video in the description. This is valid until January 15, 2022. For the term and condition, please check the link below this video. Hi, welcome to Product Review by Watt Hour. In this video, we're going to do the review of this DL24P 180 watt capacity tester electronic load. I'm going to explain the module fully, all the features, the settings. Then I'm going to show you how to empty or drain your battery, check the capacity, for example. After that, I'm going to connect it to solar panel or external power supply to just monitor the energy and power. After that, I'm going to show you the Android and this iOS Apple app, how to set up and check it. Then I'm going to show you the Windows software, where we can see how to set all the values and how to connect and read the data. This can act as a constant current, constant voltage, constant power, and constant resistance. Let's get started with this. On the larger screen, click on this area of the player so you can see all the chapters, and then click to move to that section of the video. On your mobile device, you will see the menu. When you touch it, you'll see all the chapters, and touch to move to that section of the video. So what is this DL24P? This is a capacity tester, which means you can connect your battery and drain it using this load, and this will act as a load and you can check the capacity. That's the first thing. The second thing, this is an energy monitor, meaning you can connect your battery bank, your solar panel, your power supply, whatever you have, and from here it passes through this, from this point, and you can read the voltage, current, power, resistance, energy, amount of capacity. So this is the input here. You can have it as an input like this. From your solar panel, you can connect it from mini USB, micro USB, USB-C, or you can directly your wires here. So from solar panel and from this side, use it for your whatever purpose, charging the battery, connecting to your load, whatever you have. So input and output from here, and display everything. In here, it can supposed to handle up to 20 ampere. Then the third thing, this is an electronic load, which is amazing. So you can set it as constant current here. So this can act as a constant current, constant resistance, constant power, and constant voltage, which is amazing. So you can have a resistor, for example, but if you set it as constant resistor, just wait. And now this is 2.1 ohm resistor, and that's it. So that's the main purpose. This can do all these things. So you can see all these data and monitor it on your mobile devices, tablet, or Windows desktop. This is sold in two versions, DL24 and DL24P. The price is $51.80 with free shipping, which will take about 25 to 30 days to receive it in Canada. I'll provide you the affiliated link so you can purchase it from here. I received it in this package with other stuff. They put them like this. Unfortunately, they didn't send me the original bag. So here we received a power adapter, and this is 12 volts, 1 ampere. So this is a small manual. Whew, so bad. There's no paragraph, nothing. They've been shrinked to fit, but maybe it's working. This is wiring. So we got Europe and Asia power adapter. There is no packaging, proper packaging. We got these two pairs of alligator clip, micro USB cable, the K-type temperature sensor probe, and look at this. They shipped it like that. I mean, come on. So at least they put this. So mini USB, micro USB, USB-C, or power adapter. All about connecting and powering this up. Now let me explain this electronic load. They put these standoff type pieces that can protect it and keep it up from the ground. We have huge fan here, and this is the DL24P. And that's the power from 6 to 12 volts. That's the main power. This is output if you want to monitor something. These are the input. So this is input, that's output if you want to monitor it and see the voltage, power and energy and other stuff. But if you want to use it as electronic load, you don't need the output, you just use this. USB port for PC. Press this and remove it like that, and it will be removed from this side as well. And here, this is underneath of this. So it's now attached back. I have Bluetooth module in here. Let me now power this up. Here, that's the screen, and it shows now CC and IS set current. Let me now explain the settings. We have this push button. When you press it, it moves the cursor under whatever value you have with the S. So we have constant current now. Green I means current, and that's a set value. So when I press it again, the cursor moves. Now you can change the values with these two. This is up and down. So with this, I can make it 2 ampere, 3 ampere, and so forth. And with this, we can decrease it. When you move the cursor to somewhere else, you can make changes there as well. Once you're happy with the settings, then you press this start, and it will start. The light is now on, and it will start working, and it shows the amount of current. We set 1, so it's reading it as 1. Let me turn it off, and you saw here on also will appear. And now if you want to change different type of operation, press and hold it. You see now it's blinking. With the push button we can go, this is constant voltage, constant current, constant resistance, constant power, and if I press it again, it will come back. If you wait a few seconds, it will exit and it stays with the last. So when you set it as constant voltage, then it will bring pressure on your device and it will act as a constant voltage. Let me go with constant resistance, and now let's change it. So this is 14 volts, and if you want 1 ampere, so I is equal V over R. So if I change this to 14, let's make it 4 and then move to the next one. You see, I missed it. So 14. So if I set this 14, I is equal V over R. 14 divided by 14 is 1. Now if I turn this on, you see 1 ampere is being drawn. Based on this calculation of Ohm's law, it will act as a 14 ohm resistor and it will take the current. So the amount of power that this can handle is in here. You can see it cannot exceed 180 watts. But there is also a limitation in terms of voltage and current. If I hold this, constant power, let's exit. So power is if in terms of voltage and current. So 14, if we have 1 ampere, multiply, that will be the power. Connected these lithium batteries. Let me turn it on. So 2 ampere is being drawn because that's simple calculation, and here you can see the power, 28 watts. This is very cool now because the fan is, as soon as you turn it on, the fan runs. To do some other settings, we press this start button and hold it. So let's see. And we have on this screen, these are the options. We can go with the left and right, with the up and down, change it. This is now English. If I go, it will be Chinese. As you can see, it changes. Now with this button, we can go to the next one. It says clear cumulative data, the time, the energy, the capacity. Now to clear it, we will press this start, and now the data is cleared. Let's exit. Let's exit. As you can see, the energy and capacity have been resetted. And here we can also do the current, zero current. When there is no load, you can set the 0 if it is reading some value. For example, now it doesn't show anything, but in case if it shows some value, you can reset that by coming here and again pressing this button. Okay, there is no load. And also voltage reference, now it shows based on 30 volts. So you can set your voltage and measure it with a trusted device, and you come here and adjust it with up and down, as you can see. And once you're done, you press this set. I'm not going to do it, so it will set the value for you. And the same way you can do for the current, calibrate the current in here, which I'm going to demonstrate it. Brightness, you can go up and down, make it dim or bright. And then if I press that, it comes to the next one, standby brightness. After this amount of time, 60 seconds, it goes to standby, and whatever brightness you set, it will be there. I'm going to make it maximum. 60 seconds doesn't matter because I'm going to set it at maximum. And after that, go to the next one, and here we can set the maximum power. The device should never go above 150. Just set it to 150. So, and now it is set. Go to the next one, default. If you set default, everything will be resetted. So we will press this button for a few seconds. Let's do it. Okay, and you see it did not change. It went back to default, but I did not see the difference. It's still 150. And exit, will simply exit. We have two 10 milliohm resistors. So two 10 milliohm in parallel would be 5 milliohm resistors. So that is the shunt that is measuring the current and detecting it. Now let's see the minimum voltage that we can read. Now let's see the minimum voltage that we can read. .74. Wow, that's very nice, like 300 or 200 millivolts coming, so you can increase, and as soon as you go from 1 to 0, it means there is no discharge time limit. If you want to purchase this, the affiliated link is below the video in the description. Let's have a look at the specs from the manufacturer. DL24 is 150 watt and DL24P is 180 watts. It's the only difference. And here are the protection: overload protection, overcurrent protection, high temperature protection. So the screen, when you select the language, this is the overload protection. When it is above 180, it will above certain value, it will show this screen. Over current, for example, at 21, or over temperature. We're wiring it. Why we need these two extra wires? You see the thick wire here. This is to measure the current. When the current passes, there will be a voltage drop. So we have to get the actual voltage, so that's why these tiny wires are needed. I have connected, so this is coming the actual power, and this pin is, I'm just connecting it here because I know this wire is thick enough and I know that there is no voltage drop. But if there is, then this pin, then this wire must go to the positive of your source. Even tiny wire doesn't matter because it will just measure the voltage. There will be no current. And the same for this piece. So connect your positive and negative separately if you think the wire is not strong enough, and to avoid incorrect measurement, we need these extra wires. Otherwise, if the wire is correct, then you just connect it like this, like that. If you have a power source with this type of connector, then you can use this piece here. So this can be inserted fully here, and then connect your power source and connect the wire here. Or if you have a USB-C, you can connect it here. I think they did not put even a label here. We should put a positive or plus sign here. So a negative in here, so at least we know that is positive, this is negative. We want to just drain some power from the battery, so I'm pressing and holding it until I see, and change it to constant current. That is done, and now we can set, when using electronic load, we can do that. So let's increase it to 4 ampere and then turn it on. So 4 ampere is being drawn and it is running now. Now let me show you how we can drain a battery for a certain amount of time or certain voltage. When the voltage reaches, it will stop. And for example, in this case, I want to drain 2 ampere. Just press this and you see constant. Press and hold it. You see constant current. And when it is blinking, just press it. It will come to this time, and press it again. It goes to the minute. And let me reduce it to make it 1. And 1. And also you can set cutoff voltage. So whichever comes, either 1 minute reaches first, or the voltage reaches at 2 volts, for example. This is now 14. I can set it to 13. Let's do this. When this is, hold it. When this is, let's change it to constant current. and now press it and press it again and again. Now this is voltage. Let me change this to 13. So 13 or 1 ampere, for 1 minute, and everything is ready. Now the blinking stops after a few seconds. Now press on. So 13.6, we want 1 minute, and that's 2 ampere. So this is monitoring now the voltage. When it reaches 13 before 1 minute, it will turn off, or when the 1 minute when 1 minute reaches, it will turn off. So So now it gives you the information here. Now I've connected my solar source. This is my power supply. Assume this is a solar panel, and from here it is going to my battery, to my load, whatever you have, and you want to monitor the energy. Let's go with 5 amp. Now 5 ampere is being drawn, and this is very accurate because right now I have an electronic load which is very precise. 119 watts. Let's go 6 ampere. Let's go 7 amp. This is now 166 watts. 8 amp. So the current is very accurate. Wow, this is amazing. 8. So now 8 ampere is being supplied by my solar panel. 9. When you're using your solar panel, then you can pass up to 20 ampere. But when you're using it as electronic load, then it is 180 watts. So let's go 10 ampere. Now it's very accurate. My lab equipment shows 10 ampere. Let me show you with this meter. This is a Unity 204 Plus. So you can see it is 10 ampere. So now 12 ampere, 283 watts. Wow, this is so cool. Now there's a problem. This wire and this connector, this is not a right connector for 20 ampere. Now the current is 11 ampere, and let's look at the thermal image. So this spot is 35, so that is cool, but the problem is with the wire. So this wire is now 31 degrees. In few seconds it will heat up. So 33 degrees, 34. So this wire Continuously, if you leave it, it will heat up. So 33 degrees, 34. So this wire, continuously, if you leave it, it will heat up. And here you see my wire, because this is a thick wire, it's not heating up, but this thin wire is very hot. Let me back side of the device. 24, that's cool. 24 is okay, but this area, this path is passing all the current. It's okay. Let's go more. 270 watt. Now it's 12 ampere. So you can see this is heating up 43 degrees Celsius already. If I go one more, now it's 13 ampere. This is too much, but let's see. 46 degrees, 45 degrees Celsius. And this wire is now 41 degrees. And this wire is now 41 degrees. So 47 degrees, 48 degrees, this is now heating up. I would love to test it with 20 ampere, but this wire and connections, I don't trust it. This is not the right way to do it. Now let me demonstrate over power protection. Right now, if I press and hold this, you will see that I've set it to 150 watts. I'm exiting back, and I've set the current to 3 ampere and voltage is 60 volts, to 3 times 60 is 180. As soon as I turn it on, you see that it will show you that overloaded, greater than 150. So if I now, you see, it works without any issue. Let me set it to 185. Now so it's now at 185, and 3 ampere times 60 is 180. Let's see. So 180 watts is being consumed by the electronic load. Let's connect this USB-C. Click, because we set the minimum voltage 13 volts, we have to change that. So when you hold this and that is blinking, press that and come here for the voltage, and then let's reduce it. Now it will work because I put it at 4.5. Now 1 ampere is being drawn from this USB-C. We can do in real time, increase it if we want. So the fan started running. Now 2 ampere. Let's go 1 ampere. And it was turned off at 2, it will automatically turn on. turn it off. Now I'm connecting micro USB from my power adapter. Here it shows 5. Let's turn it on. And let me make it 2. And this is start running. I got now discharge time shows 0. Now you see the discharge time, because it's already reached that value and I turned it on again, so this is now not working. So let me turn it off, and when it reaches a discharge time, now this will not turn off. That's nice. Now I've connected my power supply here directly to this port. Two ampere, 60 watt, let's go 3 ampere, and 90 watt. If you just turn it off from here, you will not see the result. The only way to get the result is to disconnect this. For example, right now USB-C is connected and we have 1 ampere. There is no discharge time. So if I press this off, nothing happened. On, we can read it, but if I disconnect this, it gives you a report, energy, capacity, and minimum voltage and time. And if you want to make it like this, so we just press setup and press again. As you can see, it's coming, so you can increase, and as soon as you go from 1 to 0, it means there is no discharge time limit. So I will give you the link to this page, and you can see emeter.apk. That is the file, and let's download it. It will give you some warning. Download the file. You say yes on Android device, and then open it. So security is not allowed. Let's go and allow from this source, because there is a warning. So install now. App installed. Let's open it. So this device wants to connect to Bluetooth. Say yes. Also, it will ask for location only at the time that it's using app. I'm going to select it. So the app has been opened. It's now in Chinese. Let's go English. So it turned English. Let's turn on the location. Agree. Do I have a choice? No. Now, let's see. Now we can see it after I enabled the location. So that's very important. So it got connected. 8, 9, 10. So now 10 ampere shows. Now let me use the Android. On the Android, as you can see, it shows proper current. And as you can see, the current was reduced, increased and then reduced. Let me change the voltage. I'm reducing the voltage. The green is the voltage. Let's go back to 10 ampere, maybe 11, 12. So the blue is the current and voltage. That's very nice. You see, we can do that. That's nice. So first, let's install the driver for CH321. If you have not, I will provide you the link. This is the software. Let's extract it. I'm using 7-zip. Let's check it with my antivirus. Let's scan it. So no threat found. Double click and run it. So the software now opened. Let's select English. Everything is now English. Use this cable, this port in here. So let's watch it and see what happens on PC. So to check that, to check the port, right click on the start menu, go to device manager and go to ports, and here you should see serial CH340 and COM5. So remember that COM, and we will come here and select COM5. You see it doesn't show. Now refresh. It refreshed it. Now COM5 and click connect. Now it shows the voltage. The current is 0. Let me turn on the current. 11 ampere. So the graph started, but it's very thin. Oh, but still good. You see the unit capacity, that's watt hour. It shows like that. Some Chinese character. If I go to Chinese, you see it's the same unit. They forgot to replace it. The current, power, capacity, electricity, that means energy. They use some kind of software to translate it. So very, very basic software that can read data, but you cannot send the range. Oh, amazing. So now let's set it to 20. Which one is reset? Which one is okay? So let's hope for this. No. And now I set it to 20. And let's set the voltage to 30. So this is okay or confirm. Now the voltage shows, but this should have been a little nicer. Let's go 13 amp. Now the current shows like this. Where? Okay, when I click on setup, pay attention that the cursor moves. So this setup is exactly the setup button here. I'm clicking on the screen now. Freeze it. to 3 ampere, 4 ampere, 5 ampere, let's say. And then what? Start. What is start? Enter. Okay, so this plus, minus, and setup are exactly the same, including setup. So these 4 keys are working if you are testing the battery. So how can I stop it? Just press enter again. Yes. So when you press enter again, the value will stop. Now this is running again. When I bring my mouse here, it allows me to enter the values for the price. Okay, then here. So that is the backlight setting when you do that. Now let's see. So the power is the same, so we can put 1000, or maybe we can put 300 watt. Let's see all reset what it does. I want to see if something happens here. All reset. Okay, the capacity and the power resetted when you press all reset. Electric reset. Now let's see about my conclusion. This device can handle and will work if you want to test the capacity of your battery as an electronic load. Just connect your battery and test it, and this will act as a load, and it has huge heat sink, and whatever they claim, it can handle it. And in terms of monitoring the energy, 20 ampere is too much for this small connector. Even if they put it, this is not a good way for 20 ampere. There should have been proper this kind of terminal in here. But the software, the app for Android is very good. You can at least zoom in and read the data, but for Apple or iOS is very bad. You cannot zoom in. Some of the informations are not aligned, and screen is not good in both apps. And for Windows, the application looks okay. It's just very basic. The lines are very narrow, very thin lines. You cannot see it properly. But still you can monitor and do some setting via PC. So still it's okay. But accuracy of reading of voltage and current is amazing. All these, the Bluetooth connectivity is very easy. So this is very user friendly in terms of controlling it. Definitely in that case it's worth it. If you want to buy this, there is affiliated link below the video. If you purchase it, I will get also commissions. Please thumb up this video and also share it. I really appreciate it. Please post a comment, say something. Make sure to subscribe so you get updates of my upcoming videos. In this video, we're going to do the review of this watthour DT24 30 ampere 380 volts energy meter. This is Bluetooth version where you can monitor it using your phone. This is showing voltage, current up to 30 ampere, power, resistance of the load, energy of this Hisense T18 battery capacity monitor and protection device that you can monitor the capacity and charge and set some parameters for protection. Also, you can monitor it using your Android phone or Apple iPhones. Battery capacity tester.